Princess Cruises isn't about where you go, it's how deeply you experience the journey. And after trying 3 different Princess cruise ships, Regal Princess, Discovery Princess, and the brand new Sun Princess, I've discovered something pretty surprising. Each ship had strong points, but one made me rethink what cruising could be for Princess. So in this video, I'm going to break down each ship by category, from cabins and dining to entertainment and vibe, so you can figure out which Princess experience is right for you and your vacations. And later this year, we're trying the Star Princess, so stay tuned for that. But today, we're crowning the best of the 3. Let's dive in. Yo, what's up? My name's Griff, founder of Ahoy365.com. Things look a little different right here, and a little bit of a transition. My son just got out of the hospital. The studio is being occupied by my mother because she's here helping us take care of my new baby son. He is great. If you want to see that update video, you can check it out right here. But let's dive into some of these cruise tips. Excuse the lack of audio assistance here. I'm talking in a kitchen, but I'm excited to get you guys some cruise tips, and I am super happy to get back into it. And speaking of getting back into it, let's get into it. We booked a mini suite with a balcony on Discovery Princess, and honestly, it hit the sweet spot between space and comfort. So the layout made it really easy to manage traveling with a toddler, from nap times to diaper changes without feeling cramped. The balcony gave us a front row seat to Alaska's best views. I've talked about that in the past. Again, snow-capped peaks, breaching. It was incredible. Whales, glassy waters, all the comfort from our room. Discovery is one of the Princess's newer ships, so everything felt fresh, clear, and well maintained. Now, if you're on the fence between a window and a balcony, trust me, go balcony. I talked about that in my I Tried 4 Alaska cruises. Here's a surprise champion. You can check out that video after this one, but listen, on this ship, it makes a big difference. It's how you stay connected and how you really enjoy the journey. Let's talk about the dining real quick. The dining on Discovery Princess was a standout, mostly because of how it tied into the Alaska itinerary. The main dining room menus actually changed based on the port we were visiting, so you find first caught salmon from Juneau or a local crab legs near Ketchikan. Didn't feel like the generic cruise dining experience at all. So the Crown Grill was our favorite specialty option, upscale steakhouse vibe, but I mean, it still felt relaxed. Service was attentive and the dishes were consistently excellent. Breakfast was very easy as well. Buffets were clean, nothing to worry about there, and everything ran like clockwork. They really know what they're doing on the Discovery Princess. And if you want regional immersion through the food, this ship delivers that better than most. Let's hop into some of that entertainment. Princess doesn't really lean into flash, but Discovery's entertainment was pretty immersive from my standpoint, my perspective. You're not getting go-karts or Broadway knockoffs here. Instead, it's nature talks, live acoustic music, and cultural performances that actually connect you to the destination that you're headed to. We saw folk musicians, storytelling sessions, axe throwing events. It felt like Alaska came onto the ship. Let's talk about public spaces. Discovery Princess was clearly designed to connect you with the views. From the panoramic lounges to the deck layouts, the ship subtly encourages you to, stuttered over my words. The ship subtly encourages you to just stop a few moments, look outside, and just take it all in. There were so many small nooks and crannies around the ship, cozy seating areas, quiet libraries, and even cafe corners. So you're going to find something that you like on this ship. They offered stunning views without the crowds, and compared to the mega ships that I've been on in the past where public areas feel like shopping malls, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying it is a thing. Discovery design felt more intentional and peaceful, so I thought that was worth noting. Anyways, even the top decks, while active, never felt chaotic. And let's talk about service. The service on Discovery Princess was what you would hope for on every cruise. Warm, consistent, and pretty much dialed in. Our room steward learned our names immediately and had our cabin spotless every day, and even left little towel animals for our toddler, which she absolutely loved. Dining staff were professional, and they remembered our preferences by the second night. Guest services answered questions quickly, and the excursions team was genuinely enthusiastic about Alaska, which is what you want. But what stood out the most wasn't just efficiency, it was just the care. The staff seemed proud of the ship and the destination, and that pride came through in every interaction. We're going to wrap this up with family friendliness of the cruise ship and then hop into the value, and then we'll move on to the next cruise. Discovery Princess worked surprisingly well for our family, especially with the toddler with us at the moment. The ship's layout made navigation easy with a stroller. Public spaces weren't overstimulating. There weren't really splash zones or arcades, but that wasn't a problem, at least not for our daughter. Our daughter was thrilled with these simple joys of walking the deck, spotting whales, waving at crew, and yes, bonding with Stanley the bear. That's Princess's mascot. I would say there's enough activity for the young kids without overwhelming the quieter spaces around. So if you're traveling with little ones and don't need a water park on deck, Discovery offers a calm, secure, and beautiful cruise experience. Touching briefly on value, Discovery really hit the sweet spot of a premium experience at a mid-range price. It's not the cheapest Princess ship, but what you get, immersive regional food, thoughtful design, cultural programming, it feels worth every penny if you ask me. But with the Princess Premier package, which gives you the Wi-Fi, premium desserts, specialty dining, if you're willing to invest a little bit more, Discovery gives you a polished Alaskan adventure that doesn't just show you the place, it makes you feel like you're a part of it. So that is something to keep in mind. Let's talk about the next Princess cruise, the Regal Princess. We stayed in a standard balcony cabin on the Regal Princess. It was simple and cozy, but compared to the newer ships like Discovery, it definitely showed its age in some of the areas. More on that later, but the storage was decent, and the balcony offered beautiful views, but the layout felt just a little bit tighter. The bathroom was functional, though a bit dated aesthetically, if you're asking me. Still, if you're mostly out and about during the day, it gets the job done. Don't get me wrong at all. It was a fantastic ship. Just kind of letting you know, if you want newer stuff, go for a newer ship. Some people don't really know that, surprisingly. Anyways, let's continue. Regal is a great intro to the Princess experience, but if you're looking for that wow factor in the room, this isn't the ship where you're going to find it. That said, it was clean, it was quiet, it was comfortable. They had good storage. It's a good room. Let's just talk about the dining, some of the more fun stuff. Dining on Regal was steady and reliable. No particular memorable moments stood out to me on the Regal Princess, but the main dining room delivered good service, consistent meals. It didn't have that regional flair that we experienced on the Discovery Princess, mainly because we were sailing out of Galveston, okay? But it still had those iconic eats. Sabatini's, that Italian specialty restaurant, stood out the most to me. It had that cozy vibe, still with those elevated dishes. The buffet was clean, well stocked. It leaned towards basic offerings. The pastries were fantastic in the morning. Breakfast was just efficient, which of course we appreciate as parents of a toddler. If food is a major part of your cruise experience, Regal's going to hit the mark for you. I think you'll enjoy it. Nothing too stand out unless you start going into the specialty dining, but you're going to find some satisfying meals, I promise you. Let's pop over to the entertainment. Regal's entertainment is very much in the traditional cruise playbook. Think piano bars, vocal showcases, and live bands. I mean, it was pleasant and low-key, a good match for travelers who like a quieter evening vibe. If you're looking for high-end productions or immersive performances, this may not be your ship. That said, the theater was comfortable, I would say elegant, and we always found seating. There was no spot where I just had to stand up the entire time. It felt like a return to classic cruising, which I know a lot of people love and appreciate, like me. But compared to the more immersive and destination-focused entertainment of Discovery or Sun, I'd say Regal plays it really safe in the middle in the Caribbean, which is important. They need that. Continue on, Regal Princess. Let's talk about public spaces for a few moments. Regal Princess offers a relaxing environment with enough variety to keep things fresh. The piazza area is the heart of the ship, one of my favorites. Part cafe, part music venue, and always buzzing with the energy. You're going to love it. The upper decks were clean with beautiful sea views, and the layout was easy to navigate if you ask me. I would say it's visually striking within the classic era of cruising. It looks really cool. It's very elegant. I think you're going to enjoy it. What I'm trying to get across, if you enjoy a classic cruise atmosphere, the Regal Princess is your ship. I'd say your best friend. Yeah, no frills, just calm, and that's a good thing. We're going to wrap this up with service, family friendliness, and then the value. Let's finish the big three, okay? So let's talk about service. The service on Regal Princess was exactly what you expect from a seasoned crew. Everyone was polite, prompt, and helpful. It had the same personal warmth that we experienced on Discovery. Nothing went wrong. Our room steward was efficient and kind, and waitstaff kept things moving smoothly during meals. I'll put it this way. First-timers will be impressed, and veteran cruisers, you'll appreciate seeing those familiar, friendly faces again. Wrapping up the Regal Princess with the value, let's jump in. Regal Princess offers a dependable cruise at a fair price. You get the Princess brand, clean accommodations, and a calm environment. Perfect for first-time cruises or couples wanting to unwind. But if you've sailed on newer ships, you may notice a couple of areas where Regal falls short, and that's okay. It's not the flashiest or most immersive option within their fleet, but it's also not trying to be. It's a value pick for those who prioritize peace and consistency over the innovation and the extras to which is their flagship stuff. To which is their flagship. Now let's talk about Sun Princess, the ship that surprised me the most. The balcony cabin on the Sun Princess blew us away. It felt fresh, modern, and incredibly well designed. Storage was smartly integrated. The bed faced the ocean, and the entire room had this clean, contemporary look. This ship feels like the future of Princess, and that shows with their new ship coming out, the Star Princess, which of course is a sister ship within their new fleet, which of course is a sister ship. There's natural light everywhere, open layouts, and beautiful finishes. It was also toddler friendly with enough floor space for play and ease access to our balcony. And the cabin alone made Sun Princess feel next level. Let's talk about the dining. Dining on Sun Princess was the best we've had with Princess, and honestly, some of the best we've had at sea. The Catch by Rudy was elevated seafood experience that still felt fun. O'Malley's is that Irish pub that had live music, crispy fish and chips, amazing Guinness pours. We also love the Mediterranean Marketplace, which offered fast, casual dining from different regions. It's good. There was variety, quality, and creativity at every turn. Even the pizza was incredible. If food is a big deal for you, Sun Princess, in my opinion, absolutely delivers. Let me know in the comment section below if you've sailed on any of the Princess ships. Let them know about the food, so people cruising for the first time will have a second opinion, not just some random stranger, some guy on the internet. The entertainment on Sun Princess was immersive and bold. The dome, wow. This massive glass entertainment venue, it's hosted multimedia shows that combine lights and sound and performance in the way we hadn't seen on other ships. It felt experimental in the best way though. So you also had these live music venues, cultural talks, and rotating pop-up acts that kept things fresh. The ship just embraces innovation without losing that Princess charm, if you ask me. It felt like they were trying to reimagine what cruise entertainment could be, and they mostly nailed it. Let's talk about public spaces. The design of the Sun Princess is a masterclass in blending modern elegance with functional layout. From the piazza that spirals upward in open air, which incredible, all the way to the glass wall lounges that wrap around the ship, to the dome, everything felt airy, artistic, and built for ocean views. Even the elevators had some sea-facing windows. It's a big ship, but never felt overwhelming. We always found quiet spaces to relax or scenic spots to hang out. If Discovery felt immersive, Sun felt like living in the destination. Let's talk about the service. Despite being a new ship, the service on Sun Princess was already dialed in. As typical with most new ships, they bring the A-team over. Staff was upbeat, sharp, seemed genuinely excited to be a part of something new. Our steward was fantastic, and dining service just ran super smooth. Even with the new concepts of the venues, that's impressive. So there was this contagious energy to the crew, and you could tell they took pride in working on the newest, let's just say like the newest jewel of the fleet. If the Sun Princess is a preview of what the Star Princess is going to be, I am very excited. Now I'm almost complete with my review. We're going to touch on family friendliness, value, and then we're going to rank these ships from order from my favorite to, my least favorite, if it's even a thing. Sounds fair? Let's do it. Sun Princess balances adult elegance with family functionality. There were more kid-friendly zones than Discovery or Regal, including a splash area, video games, and let's call it supervised clubs. Our toddler had a blast, but even with more family features, the ship never lost its calm vibe. Now, I think they've removed the ropes course since then. It's rare to find a ship this fun. Also but my point is, it's rare to find a ship this fun that's also this serene, maybe? Whether you're traveling with young kids or teens, Sun Princess gives everyone space to play and unwind. So yes, Sun Princess is newer and you'll pay a bit more, but experience matches the price. So in regards to value, every upgrade feels intentional. From entertainment to dining, this ship isn't just a step up, it's a leap forward. So if you want to see what the future of cruising looks like, this is it for Princess. So here's my final thoughts. After trying all three ships, here's how I'd rank them. Let me know how you'd rank them in the comment section below, and or share with me your favorite princess cruises. Number 3 spot, I have Regal Princess. It's calm, classic, but best for laid-back travelers that love that classicness of cruising. At my number 2 spot is the Discovery Princess. It's immersive and well-rounded, especially for Alaska, but like we just touched base on, number 1 is Sun Princess. It's innovative, modern, and just nailed the balance of elegance and energy. And later this year, we're trying Star Princess, and I cannot wait. But if you want to see how Princess compares to Celebrity or dive deeper into our Alaska cruise series, you want to tap on one of these videos right here, watch them, and if you found this helpful, as always, if you dig the vibes, please subscribe, and if you care, please share, and we'll see you in paradise. Peace.